Hello, guys. Welcome to Mind for Sale, a space where thoughts are not for profit, but for reflection. I'm your host, Noel, and today we are diving into something that defines our generation, the social media economy. But not the economy of likes, shares, and followers. We are talking about something deeper, something that quietly being traded every day, often without us realizing. Today's episode is titled Trading Truth for Clout. Trading Truth for Clout. Now, social media has become a global marketplace. There's no doubt about that. Not of goods, but of attention. Every scroll, every click, every reaction is currency. But here is the twist. In this economy, truth doesn't always pay, unfortunately. What sells is engagement. And engagement thrives on controversy, exaggeration, and emotion. So the more controversial you are, the more you exaggerate or even peddle falsehood, the more you get engagement. So we find ourselves in a paradox. The more dramatic the story, the higher the reach. The more authentic the message, the lower the algorithmic reward. So we have built a digital world where noise often outperforms truth. We have slowly built a digital world where noise, unfortunately, often outperforms the truth. Now, what is cloud? Cloud as the new currency. Cloud chasing now is the new currency in our present world. It's everywhere. Everybody, most people can do anything just to chase cloud. And what is the intention? To attract engagement. What is cloud? That invisible social media capital that drives millions of people to post, and perform. It's an invisible social media capital that drives millions of people to pose, and perform. It's the new gold standards, unfortunately. Cloud buys influence, even sponsorships, validation. It opens doors the truth sometimes can't, unfortunately. So the more dramatic you are, the more followers you have, and sometimes the more sponsorship you're gonna have. This is the problem we're facing. It's a paradox. Okay? But at what cost? Are you going to trade your authenticity? Are you going to trade your originality? Are you going to trade your mind just because of clout? Does he want it actually? What is the end game here? At what cost? Because when cloud becomes currency, integrity becomes negotiable. And you cannot afford to negotiate your integrity because that's what defines what you represent, your values. But when cloud chasing becomes your currency, inevitably, integrity will become negotiable. So we start shaping our opinions for validity instead of honesty. You start bending, changing your opinion, changing what you stand for, your values, compromising your values because you're looking for validation. We start shaping our opinions for validity instead of honesty. We measure our worth not by authenticity, but by analytics. Come on! Analytics that what is analytics that is built on falsehood, exaggeration, pretense, and superficial lifestyle. It's subtle, it grows slowly, it's seductive, and it's everywhere. Go to social media, noise, chaos everywhere. Streamers all over the place shouting and jumping like, you know, people that have no direction just because they're looking for views, cloud chasing, validation. Okay? Now, what is the psychology behind this? You may ask yourself, or you might wonder, why do we chase cloud? Why do we chase it? Why are we so easily drawn into this cycle of cloud chasing? Why? It's human nature to want or to crave, to want to be seen. It's natural. Human beings want to be seen, valued, and heard. Social media only simply amplifies that desire. That's what it does. Social media simply amplifies that desire to be seen, valued, and heard. Every like releases a drop of dopamine. Imagine if you have your thousands of followers and you post something that is so controversial on your social media, and you're seeing thousands of likes and millions of likes. It releases a drop of dopamine every single like. The brain's reward chemical. It feels good. It keeps us coming back for more, for more. So you become more controversial, more emotional, and more dramatic for more likes. Cloud chasing. But over time, here is the danger. Over time, we begin to confuse visibility with value. And visibility is not value. For the fact that you have millions of followers does not mean that they value you or what you represent or what you stand for. It's an illusion. Over time, because of this craving for likes and cloud chasing, validation, we begin to confuse visibility with value. We start thinking if no one saw it, didn't even happen at all. And slowly, our digital persona becomes a performance, a play, one we can curate, design, filter, and rehearse as much as we can for approval. Now, what is the cost of trading the truth for cloud chasing? Right? There's always a cost for this kind of behavior. When truth is traded for clout, credibility dies slowly, and you cannot afford to lose your credibility. That's what defines you and your existence. When truth is traded for clout, credibility begins to die slowly. We've seen influencers fabricate lifestyles. They are under pressure to keep that kind of traffic on their social media handles. So they fabricate stories, lifestyles. We've seen fake news spread faster than facts everywhere. We've seen people apologize, not because they are sorry, but because the backlash they got from the bad story or the fake stories hurts their brand. So they have to apologize to maintain their brand. In the end, the real loss isn't just the public trust, but your personal authenticity. You've lost your identity, what you stand for. You've sold your mind. You've sold your authenticity. You've sold your originality. You've sold your creativity for validation, cloud chasing. Does it really worth it? We begin to forget who we are when no one is watching us. And that's the most dangerous kind of poverty, the poverty of self. The most dangerous form of poverty is the poverty of self. Now, how can you reclaim the truth? What do we do? We're not in a paradox. What do we do? How do we reclaim truth in a world that rewards illusion and fake lifestyles? Superficial lifestyles. How do we reclaim the truth in such a world whereby noise tends to become the new currency instead of facts and credibility? How do we reclaim the truth? It starts with small intentional acts. Choosing honesty over hype. Choosing meaningful conversations over performative debates. Choosing to share not what is perfect, but what is real. Your authentic self. We can't control algorithm, that's for sure, but we can control our contribution to it by making sure we stand for what is truthful and what is real and factual. Every time you post something genuine, thoughtful, or kind, you are shifting the economy, even if it's just a little, back towards authenticity. What is the final reflection here? Maybe the question isn't how much clout do we have or how much clout do you have. Maybe it is how much truth can you still afford to keep? How much truth can you still afford to keep? Because clout fades, trends expire. Don't fall for trends. It will evaporate before you know it. It expires. Clout will definitely fade. Trend will expire. But truth sustains. Come on. Truth sustains. Truth is eternal. Truth builds what no algorithm can destroy. That is trust. Once you are truthful, you build trust, and no algorithm can destroy trust. And maybe, just maybe, that's the real currency of the future. Yes, truth is the real currency of the future because truth sustains. So, as we close today's episode, ask yourself, what are you selling in this social media economy? Your truth or your image? And more importantly, what are you buying from others? Thank you for tuning in to Mind for Sale. If this episode made you pause and think, share it. Not for clout, but for conversation. Until next time, keep your mind, your truth, and your humanity off the market. It's not for sale. Don't sell your mind. I am the manifestor. Thank you and see you in next episode. Bye for now.